Hello everyone, welcome to our video series on continuous improvement and business management. My name is Isan and I am Lean Six Sigma Black Belt and the founder of 3i Solution Consulting. Today we are going to explore the E3 thinking and problem solving methodology to define the problem or opportunity you would like to address in your continuous improvement project. Before we dive in, I have a little request. If you are passionate about continuous learning and professional growth, then do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. This way you won't miss any of our educational content. And if you know someone who could benefit from this knowledge, feel free to share our video with them. Remember, knowledge share is knowledge multiplied. For those who view my previous video, we did talk about Lean Six Sigma roadmap, DMAIC roadmap. DMAIC stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So the beauty about Lean Six Sigma, so we have to meet the requirements of each phase. For instance, we have to meet the requirements of the define before we move to the measure phase. And that's what we call it, the toll gate. And we invite all the stakeholders so that they can give us the feedback to make sure that we meet our requirements. And this way, we are involving everyone and we are mitigating the risk and doing the change management as we progress throughout the project. One thing that before I continue with this video, I would like to highlight that we use these resources, the E3, understanding the E3 thinking by Durward, Sobek, and Smalley in this video. Now let's dive into the E3 methodology, a robust approach for diagnosing, solving, and addressing root cause of a problem. We will start by understanding what an E3 is, and then explore why we use an E3. This methodology is not just a tool, but strategic process that provides detailed insights for assessing a problem, identifying the root causes, developing action plan, and tracking key performance indicators or KPIs. So first of all, what is E3? E3 is a powerful methodology that offers a structured approach to problem solving. It helps us gain a comprehensive understanding of issues, identifying their root causes, create effective action plan, and track progress through a key performance indicators or KPIs. Now, why we use the E3? First of all, we use E3 to facilitate cross-functional communication and help building consensus within the organization. This ensures that everyone is aligned and working toward the same goals. So we are aligning everyone. So it's used as a communication tools. And as we say, E3 is size of a page E3, which means that we are concise and precise on defining our problem and our methodology. So it's a great tools to communicate what we are doing in this project. Second of all, using E3, we develop a deep understanding of the problem or opportunity we face. This involves methodically analyzing the situation to uncover the true root causes. Third of all, E3 teaches us a structured approach to problem solving. So we use a very structured approach. This methodical process ensures that we address issues systematically and effectively. The fourth reason why we use E3 is the methodology focuses on developing action plans that target the root causes of a problem rather than just addressing a symptom. This leads to more sustainable solutions. So by using each step or methodical step or structured step, we are making sure that we are addressing the root causes, not just symptom, and we are making sure that the solution is sustained over time. Finally, the E3 also helps in recording the thinking behind the management decision. This documentation is valuable for future reference and ensuring transparency and in decision making. So we use this E3, it's help us to record our decision making and what we did in the project. In summary, the E3 methodology is comprehensive and strategic approach to problem solving. It's enable us to understand the problem deeply, communicate effectively across function, create a target action plan, and maintain a record of our decision-making process. By using E3, we can achieve a better alignment, deeper insight, and more effective solution, leading to continuous improvement and sustainable success. Now let's move on to understand the 7 key components of an E3 report. An E3 report is a powerful tool used in problem solving and continuous improvement. It helps us to clearly understand the problem, identify root causes, and create an effective action plans. This structures process ensure we address the issue systematically and achieve sustainable result. Let's go through each component step by step. We start with the background. This section explains why the problem or opportunity is important to the business. It includes relevant content such as how the problem was discovered, who is involved, and any past performance data. Next, we describe the current condition. Here we outline what is currently happening that create the problem or opportunity. We also include key performance indicators or KPIs to show how the current situation is being measured or observed. The goal section clearly states what we aim to achieve with this E3 report. We define what success looks like and when we expect to see the result. This includes listing relevant KPIs and their targets. And in the goal, we use what we call it SMART goal. They must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. In the next analysis section, we present data that support our understanding of the problem. We also conduct a root cause analysis to explain why there is a gap between the current condition and the desired condition. Then we move to the proposal. This section outlines the actions we propose to address root cause identified in the analysis. We specify what countermeasure will be used to solve the problem. Next is the plan. Here we explain how the proposal will be implemented. We detail any pilot projects, plan, and identify who will be involved. Finally, we have the follow-up section. This describes how we will track progress and sustain improvements over time, such as 3, 6, 9 months. We also include plans for regular audits to ensure improvements are maintained. In summary, the E3 report provides a structured approach to problem solving by ensuring that each aspect of the issue is truly understood, addressed, and followed up on. By using those 7 key components, we can effectively tackle the problem and achieve a sustainable improvement. Next, let's explore the 7 elements of E3 thinking. Those elements form the foundation of the E3 methodology and guide us through a structured approach to problem solving and continuous improvement. Understanding those elements help us to effectively apply E3 thinking in our organizational processes. The first element, logical thinking process. Organizations face numerous problems but limited resources. E3 thinking encourages employees to identify and address those critical issues by promoting rational thinking and action. The second element, objectivity. Human observation is subjective, as everyone sees the world differently. E3 thinking helps reconcile multiple viewpoints, fostering a more objective perspective for you, your team, and your stakeholders. The third element is result and process. Both result and processes used to achieve them are equally important. Effective organizational improvement and personal development depend on balancing the two. So we need to make sure that not just meeting the result, but also following the process so that we have, as we did mention in previous video, that we have less variability. We are consistent in meeting the customer needs, and we are following the same process so that we are reliable on delivering what the customer needs when they need it. The fourth element is synthesize, distillation, and visualization. E3 encourage visualization, key synthesize information to communicate message clearly and efficiently. As they said, an image worth 1,000 words. As we did mention previously, that we use the E3 page size, so we need to make sure that our message is clear and concise and effective so that our stakeholder can understand it. And using a visualization is very important. The fourth element is alignment. Successful change implementation often relies on prior consensus among all parties involved. So consensus ensure everyone work together to overcome obstacle and achieve the desired change. We need to align and we need to make sure that we are all on the same page. And we will see in coming videos that we talk about stakeholders. So we need to involve stakeholders that we are aligned and we are meeting their needs and we are doing the change management as well, so that everyone is on the same page or everyone see the same thing and we are aligned on what we need to achieve. The sixth element is coherence within and consistency across. E3 report establish a logical flow from one section to the next. Effective problem solving requires maintaining coherence and consistency within the organization's goals and values. The analysis of the current situation leads to the root cause analysis, and we propose remedy, address the root causes, and implement the plan, outline how to put the remedies into action. The follow-up plan tests the result against the established target. The seventh and the final element is synthesized viewpoint, understanding how a course of action align with the organizational goal and its impact on other parts of the organization is crucial for effective decision making. So we need to make sure that any decision we make, we take in consideration how impact on other parts of the organization. So we have this 360 view of everything, so that we make sure that we are not impacting any other part of the organization that is critical. In conclusion, those 7 elements of E3 thinking provide a comprehensive framework for addressing problem and opportunity within an organization. By applying those principles, we can ensure a systematic, objective, and effective approach to continuous improvement. Those focus on logical thinking, objectivity, alignment, and coherence help us to tackle sustainable solutions that align with our organizational goals. Now let's look at how to effectively use the E3 process with your teams. This slide provides a clear set of do's and don'ts to ensure you get the most out of the E3 methodology. By following those guidelines, you can facilitate better problem solving and continuous improvement within your organization. So the thing that you should do in your E3, regularly review your E3 as a project progress. So by doing that, we ensure continuous monitoring and review of the E3 report to track progress and make necessary adjustment. The second thing to do, base decision on fact, not assumption. Make data-driven decision and remain objective to avoid biases that could skew the problem-solving process. The third one, convert observation into graphical representation. So use graphics, chart, and other visual aid to present data and observation clearly and effectively. The fourth things to do is collaborate with other functions. Make sure that you align with your stakeholders. And we, as I did mention, we're gonna cover that in other videos about stakeholders. So E3 leaders should direct the process, but also actively seek support and consensus from across the organization to ensure broad engagement and buy-in. We want to make sure that everyone is buying on the solution, so we need to involve them and we need to collaborate with them. The fifth things to do, approach task methodically and comprehensively. We need to follow a structured and detailed approach to ensure all aspects of the problem are addressed thoroughly. 6 things to do, set realistic and measurable targets. As we did mention in previously, that we in the goal section that we need to use SMART goals. So they need to be realistic and measurable. So establish achievable goal and use specific metrics to measure success. So that will allow us to make sure that we are meeting the requirement. It needs to be measurable. Things you shouldn't do in your E3. First of all, avoid jumping to solution before conducting and in-depth root cause analysis. Ensure a thorough analysis to understand the true root causes before proposing a solution. It's very important to make sure that we are addressing the problem, not the symptoms, so that we can do a deep root cause analysis. And most of the time people jump to the solution, and by doing that we are missing a lot. We are not diving deep in the root cause analysis, and we may end up by solving symptom, not the root cause, and this problem may occur in the future. The second thing not to do is include input from other stakeholders within the organization in the E3 process. So avoid excluding stakeholders as their input can provide valuable perspective and insight. And I did mention in future videos we're gonna talk about stakeholders. It's very important to involve your stakeholders and get input from them, so that you have this holistic understanding of the problem and get their feedback, so that you're gonna gain more insight and you're gonna provide the solution that meet the requirement. The third thing not to do is prioritize problem instead of tackling all at once. So make sure that you are strategic in your doing things, because you have limited resources, you have limited time. So focus on the most critical issue first, rather than trying to solve everything simultaneously, which can dilute effort. Finally, keep the E3 report simple and understandable for someone not close to the issue. Make sure that your E3 is concise and using narrative and language that can be understood even for people that they are not familiar with the issue. So avoid making the report overly complicated. It should be clear and easy to understand for everyone, even those not directly involved with the issue. Overseeing an E3 process involves collaborating with participants and stakeholders, not solving everything on your own. By following those do's and avoiding the don'ts, you can effectively leverage the E3 methodology to drive better outcome and foster a culture of continuous improvement within your organization. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, please, if you enjoyed the content of this video, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification. This way you won't miss any of our future educational content. Thank you.